Good morning, afternoon, or evening, cats and dogs. Today's video focuses on discount, sales tax, etc. So we'll also talk about tips and gratuities along with both discounts and sales tax. Let's talk first about prices after a discount. So I'm going to show you two different methods for calculating prices after a discount. I actually prefer method 2. I think it's a little bit easier, but growing up, I learned method 1. So this might be the one that mom and dad are a little bit more familiar with. And for the first few examples, we'll show you both methods, but eventually we'll just work with method 2 since it is a little simpler. So method 1 involves multiplying the percent as a decimal by the total price. This answer will give you the amount of the discount, so it tells you how much you're going to save. We don't want to round at this point because we're going to use it for our second step. So the second step is to subtract, and we subtract since it's a discount. When we talk about sales tax, we'll be adding on, but subtract this number, your discount number, from the original price to get the discounted price. For example, if you have a $15 pair of jeans on sale for 20% off, 20% is decimal is 0.20, multiply by 15 and that's 3. That means that you're going to save $3. Take the original price 15 minus 3 gets you a final price or a discount price of $12. The reason why this one's a little bit more challenging, this method, is because it takes 2 steps. You'll see when we talk about method 2 that you really only have one step that you need to do. So example 2, a $300 cell phone for 15% off. 15% is decimal is 0.15 times 300 is 45, meaning you're going to save $45. Take 300 minus 45, and that will get you a discounted price of $255. Method 1, I think, is really useful when you're asked to find the amount of the discount, because you do that in step 1. So if we're trying to figure out how much you're going to save, this method is definitely really useful since you really only need to do one step. But method 2 is not the way I learned as a child, but I do think it's a little bit easier. So in method 2, it says to subtract the percent from 100. Write this percentage answer as a decimal. We'll show you why this works in a moment. Then multiply this decimal by the original price. This will give you the discounted price. So let's take that $15 pair of jeans again, on sale for 20% off. Take 100% minus 20%, that's 80%. Why is that useful? It's useful because if you're saving 20%, it means you're going to pay 80% of the price. 80% as a decimal is 0.8. Multiply that by 15, boom, there's your sale price of $12. So if you have that $300 cell phone for 15% off, take 100% minus 15%, that's 85%. As a decimal, that's 0.85. Multiply by 300, boom, there you go. You've got your discount price of $255. Again, method 2 is usually easier and takes less work. Now, I know when we did percent proportion and percent equation, I said I wanted you to be familiar with both methods. For this, there's not going to be any questions on the test that say you have to use method 1 versus method 2, or you have to use method 2, not method 1, because not everyone's going to call them the same anyway. You can use whatever strategy is easiest for you. Again, I do suggest method 2 because I think it is a little simpler and takes less steps. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some examples. So, number 1. It says a jacket that costs $125.95 is on sale for 25% off. Find the final price. There's a lot of calculations here. So if at any point you need to pause the video to get caught up on writing this stuff down, feel free to do that. Definitely try calculating some of these things on your own as well. So I'm going to show both methods for these first two, just so you can see both strategies. So 25% as decimal is 0.25. We're going to take 0.25 times $125.95, and that gets us 31.4875. Notice how I'm not rounding it. That's the amount you're going to save. This is why this method is a little tedious. If you get a nice round number, it's not so bad, but when you get these longer decimals, it's not as great. So let's take $125.95 minus the discount of 31.4875. We get 94.4625. And again, I'm going to go through these calculations pretty quickly so this video doesn't end up being like 2 hours in length. This is something we're probably going to spend a couple of days working on in class, but I just want to put it all in one video. So pause the video at any time you need to. Let's round this to the nearest cent. So nearest cent means I need 2 numbers after the decimal point. So when I look here, I've got 94.46. The next digit is a 2. I don't care that the one after that's a 5, but that's going to leave us as 46 cents. So we get $94.46. Now, method 2 is what I prefer. I take 100% minus 25% to get 75% or 0.75. Now, I'm going to tell you that the purple highlighted steps, like up here, method 1, you could skip that. And for method 2, if you don't need to write that down, and there will be times later on in this video where I won't have it written down, you can skip it. But take 0.75 times, oh, I've got that hidden, 0.75 times $125.95. There's your same answer. 94.4625 is $94.46. All right, number 2. A video game that costs $55 is on sale for 10% off. 10% as decimal is 0.1. You could probably skip showing that step. 0.1 times 55 is 5.5. Subtract that from $55. You get a sale price of $49.50. Method 2, a little bit easier. We're going to take 100% minus 10% is 90%. 90% as decimal is 0.9. Take 0.9 times 55, same answer, $45.50. The reason why I like method 2, again, is really the only step that needs to be shown is this yellow highlighted line. It's one step, super easy and straightforward. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at number 3. An iPod speaker system that costs $249.99 is on sale for 20% off. Find the final price. I'm only going to show method 2 here just to keep things short and sweet. Feel free to try method 1 if you prefer and use that. I do have some students who do prefer method 1. So 100% minus 20% is 80%. That's 0.8. Take 0.8 times $249.99. We get $199.992. Again, I need 2 numbers after the decimal point. That's the 2 nines. Since the next digit is a 2, the 9s stay the same, and it's $199.99. Watch that rounding. We're going to practice this within our problems, so pay attention to how you round your solutions. Number 4, a new bike that costs $210 is on sale for 30% off. Find the final price. 100% minus 30% is 70%, which is 0.7. Take 0.7 times 210. It works out nicely. It's $147. All right, pay close attention to number 5 because this one does not ask us to find the sale price. It says a hoverboard costs $299.99 and is on sale for 25% off. Find the amount of the discount, which means how much we save here. So the way I would do this, the easiest way, is to write 25% as a decimal, multiply it by 299.99, so $299.99. It gets us 74.9975. That's the amount of the discount. That's the amount we're going to save. If we round it, it's 74.99, and then the next digit is a 7, so the 99 cents has to round up, so this ends up being $75. Again, pay attention. It's asking us for the amount of the discount, not the final price after a discount. You could find the final price after the discount, subtract from $299.99, but again, it's an extra step. All right, I do have a couple of independent practice problems for you to try. Well, actually 4 independent practice problems for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video, give all 4 of these a try. You're finding the final price after the discount. When you're ready, start the video and we'll quickly go through these 4. All right, I hope you're ready. I only did method 2 for each of these. So in number 1, 10% discount, 100% minus 10% is 90% or 0.9. So I took 0.9 times 148. Final price is $133.20. Number 2, 15% discount. We take 100% minus 15% is 85% or 0.85. Multiply that by $25.95, you get $22.0575. Because the next digit is a 7, that 5 cents rounds up to 6 cents, so $22.06. Number 3, the 25% discount. 100% minus 25% is 75% or 0.75. Take 0.75 times 88.61 and you get 66.4575. So since the next digit is a 7, the 45 cents rounds up to 46 cents. And the last one, number 4, but not least, for this one, 20% discount, 100% minus 20% is 80% times 0.8 or multiply 0.8 by 245 gets you a discounted price of 196. Because again, 80% is 0.8. All right, let's talk about calculating prices after tax, gratuities, and tips. So method 1, I'm going to show you both methods again, and for at least one, I'll show you both, but then I'll probably stick with method 2, which is a little simpler. So method 1 is to multiply the percent of tax as a decimal by the total price. This answer will give you the amount of tax that is paid. Now keep in mind, tax is something that's added on, so you'll add this number to the original price to get the final price after tax. So if you have a $15 pair of jeans and you're going to pay 6% sales tax, which is the percentage of sales tax we have here in PA, 6% as decimal is 0.06, not 0.6. Times 15 is 90 cents. So you're going to pay 90 cents in tax. Add that to the $15 price of the jeans, and you will pay $15.90. Method 1, kind of like when we talked about method 1 for discounts, is really useful when you're asked to find the amount of tax that's going to be paid. Now you have to be a little careful because there are some items that aren't taxable, so there are some things that you will not pay tax for. If you're really interested, you could look that up. It's very confusing to try to figure out what is taxable, what isn't, but you could look it up because there are some items that you don't pay sales tax on. Now, method 2, instead of subtracting from 100, you're going to add the percent to 100 because tax is something that's added on. Write this percentage answer as a decimal, then multiply this decimal by the price. It gives you the final price after tax. So if we have that $300 cell phone again and 6% sales tax, take 100% plus 6%, which is 106%, or 1.06. Take 1.06 times 300 and you will pay $318, including sales tax. So here in PA, if I want to find the final price of an item with sales tax, I just multiply the price by 1.06. All right. Down below, which is actually, I think, at the top of your next page, let's talk about tips and gratuities. So a tip or gratuity is a small amount of money in return for a service, like a tip given to a waiter or waitress at a restaurant. Tips or gratuity are generally calculated on the price before tax, although it doesn't necessarily really matter how you're looking at some of these things. Typically, we do calculate tip or gratuity on the price before tax. So example 1, find the amount of the tip. If you have a $25 haircut and you're planning on leaving a 15% tip, if you want to find how much you're going to leave, in this case, the amount of the tip, method 1 is generally going to work a little bit better. So 15% as a decimal is 0.15. Take that times $25 and you get $3.75. Now, in real life, would you necessarily leave $3.75? No, you'd probably leave either $3 or $4. So tip is one of those things, like tax is pretty cut and dry. You pay 6% sales tax on an item. When we're talking about tip, or another word for that is a gratuity, in those kind of cases, you might leave a little bit more or a little bit less. Example 2, find the final price. So if we're finding the final price, method 2 generally is going to work a little bit better. It's a little simpler. The restaurant bill is $56.85, and we're going to pay a 20% gratuity or tip. So I do 100% plus 20% to get 120% or 1.2. Multiply that by $56.85, and you will get a final price with tip or gratuity of $68.22. Now again, would you necessarily leave $68.22? Maybe not. You might leave $69 or just round it up to $70 as well. All right, let's take a look at some practice. So number 6, we are asked to find the final price after sales tax for at least the first 4, and then we get to some tip and gratuity. So number 6, 6% sales tax paid on a $45 sweater. So do 6%, or let's see, method 1, sorry. 6% as a decimal, which is 0.06. Multiply that by 45 to get 2.7. So you're going to pay $2.70 in sales tax, if I could talk today. add that to the original price. Be careful, again, tax is added on. So the $45 plus $270 in tax is going to be $47.70. So method 2, I like a little bit more. Method 2, we will do 100% plus 6%, which is 106%. That's 1.06. Take 1.06 times 45, and that will get us, again, $47.70. Just a little bit easier to come up with that solution. I'm trying to delete this box, not the entire problem. There we go. All right, number 7. 1% state sales tax paid on a $245,000 home. So I believe I only did method 2 from here on out. But again, if you want to try method 1 and just double check your solution, that's fine too. So I did 100% plus 1% is 101%, or 1.01. We're going to multiply that by 245,000, and the final price with that sales tax is $247,450. All right, number 8, 6% sales tax paid on a $959 TV. So 100% plus 6% is 106%, or 1.06. Take that times 959, and we will get $1,016.54. Remember, if you need to pause the video at any point, don't be afraid to do that. I am going through these pretty quickly. We would obviously spend a lot more time in class as you're writing things down, but you have the freedom of pausing the video at any time, so feel free to do that. Number 9, 6.5% sales tax paid on a $299.99 cell phone. So we're going to take 100% plus 6.5% is 106.5%, or 1.065. Be careful, that half of a percent does make a difference. So we take 1.065 times $299.99, and we get $319.48935. So we need 2 numbers after the decimal point. We've got a 4 and an 8. But the next digit happens to be a 9, so the 48 cents rounds up to 49 cents. So our final solution here will be $319.49. All right, number 10, moving right along. $125.80 for dinner and a 15% tip. Again, that's something that's being added on. So 100% plus 15% is 115%, or 1.15. Multiply that by $125.80, and we get $144.67. Again, in real life, you're probably not going to leave $144.67. You'd probably round it up to $145, and whatever's left over would be the tip. Number 11, $16.95 for lunch and a 10% gratuity. So 100% plus 10% is 110%, or 1.1. Multiply that by $16.95, and you get $18.645. Since the next digit is a 5, the 64 cents rounds up to 65 cents. But again, you might leave $19 or maybe even 20 just to make it a nice round number. All right, let's take a look at number 12. Karen went out to lunch, out to lunch. The bill was $15.86. She wants to leave a 20% tip. How much should Karen leave? So again, this is one where method 1 is probably going to be a little bit more useful for you because we want to figure out how much she wants to leave for tip. So what I would do is do 20% as a decimal, which is 0.2. I would multiply that by the cost of lunch, which was $15.86, and we get 3.172. So exactly 20% would be $3.17. Again, she might leave $3 to leave a little bit less. She might leave $4 to leave a little bit more. Number 13, the Warburg family went out to dinner. They want to leave a 15% tip. If the bill was $86.92, how much should they leave? This is where method 1 is really useful. 15% as a decimal is 0.15. Multiply that by the $86.92, and we get 13.038. Since it's 038, it rounds the 3 cents up to 4 cents, so we get $13.04. All right, I do have some independent practice for you. Go ahead and pause the video, give these 2 questions a try, and when you're ready, restart the video. All right, so each of these asks us to find the final price after tip or sales tax. So number 1, I did 100% plus 20% to get 120%, or 1.2. 1.2 times $55.85 is $67.02. Number 2, 6% sales tax on a $429.99 TV. We do 100% plus 6% is 106% or 1.06. Multiply that by the $429.99 and we get 455.789. So the 78 cents rounds up to 79 cents. So we get $455.79. All right, now we are going to combine discount and sales tax together. I do want to point out this box off to the right. It says it does not matter whether you calculate the discount or the sales tax first. Your final answer will be the same, although in between your steps might look a little bit different. We do typically calculate the discount first and then the sales tax. So I'm going to show you basically using method 2 here. Method 1 can get really complicated here really fast. So method 2, I definitely suggest you use when you have both discount and sales tax. So let's look at number 14. We've got $85.95 for a pair of sneakers. We've got a 15% discount and 6% sales tax. So for this, I'm going to do 100% minus 15% for the discount. So I'm going to treat the discount first. That's 85% or 0.85. So take 0.85 times $85.95 and we get 73.0575. Now I'm not going to round it because it's not my final solution. Now, so all of this stuff right here was for discount. Let's talk about sales tax. 6% sales tax is 100% plus 6% or 106%, which is 1.06. But we don't multiply 1.06 by the original price. We multiply it by the discount price from up here. I'm going to highlight this in blue. So we're going to take 1.06 times the 73.0575. And again, all of this stuff right here is going to be for sales tax. We get 77.44095. So round it to the nearest cent will be $77.44. Now, the easiest way to do this is actually to just take your original price, $85.95, times 0.85, that comes from the discount. And I think at this point, you could probably skip having to write 100% minus 15% equals 85% equals 0.85. So in fact, if you're doing this, I mean, I would recommend skipping this purple highlighted step and this purple highlighted step. And right off the bat, just multiply by 1.06. You could do this all in one single line. So this is for your sales tax. It's 100% minus 15% for the discount, 100% plus 6% for the sales tax. Take $85.95 times 0.85 times 1.06. Guess what? You get $77.44 as well. It's a lot easier if you can just do it all in one line, and I would be okay with that. So if you want to show it like this, that's fine. If you'd rather show all the steps like we have up above, that's okay too. So number 15, let's take a look at the $499 iPad, 20% discount, 6% sales tax. Let's do the discount first. 100% minus 20% is 80% or 0.8. And again, this is all for the discount. Take 0.8 times $499, we get $399.20. Let's take a look now at our sales tax, 6%. So we do 100% plus 6%, which is 106% or 1.06. Multiply that again by the $399.2, not the original price. That's a big deal. We get $423.152. So it's $423.15 since that next digit is a 2. And again, all of this information right here is for the discount. Final answer, $423.15. Easiest way though, take $499 times 0.8 for the discount times 1.06 for sales tax. Guess what? You get the exact same answer. Now, something I really want to stress to you. So I often have students who are like, well, if I have a 15% discount and 6% sales tax, can I just subtract them and get 9% and do a 9% discount on the $85.95 pair of sneakers? it will not work. The reason why is because you're not taking the 6% off of the original price, you're taking it off of the sale price. So if you subtract them and just do 9%, you're doing both of those on the original price, neither of those on the sale price. So you definitely want to do those separately. But again, the easiest way, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to hide anything from you. The easiest way to do these problems is right down here with this purple dot next to it, all in one step. You can do that. Not surprisingly, I have a question for you to try. We've got a pair of AirPods for $159, 15% discount, 6% sales tax. Get to it when you're ready, unpause the video, and we'll take a look at it. All right, so for this one, I did it in a single step to make it easy. I took 159 times 0.85, that's for my discount, 85% of the price, times 1.06, that's for sales tax. I got 143.259, which is $143.26. Done. All right, let's look at some word problems here. Number 16, Jillian just got her hair cut and highlighted, which cost her $85 plus 6.75% tax. If she wants to leave a 15% tip, will $100 be enough to pay for the service? Justify your answer with work. So I calculated the sales tax first. So 100% plus 6.75% is 106.75%, which is 1.0675. Multiply that by the $85 haircut, and you get 90.7375. A 15% tip, so I took 100% plus 15% to get 115%, 1.15. I multiplied that by the price after tax. You could even calculate it on the original price if you wanted to. You still would get a value that's above $100, just to point that out, because I tried it both ways just to double check. But I got 104.348125. So what I know here, go ahead and move this off to the side, is that no, the cost is going to be a little bit more than $100. Again, even if you calculate your tip, the 15% tip on the original price rather than the price with sales tax, you end up getting a price that's going to be over $100. It's not by much, but $100 is not going to be enough. It's a good higher level thinking question. Number 17, Hilltop Sporting Goods has a field hockey stick that costs $145 and is discounted 15%. The same model field hockey stick costs $165 at Jones Sports World and is on sale for 20% off. Which store is offering the better deal? Justify your answer with work. So I started with Hilltop Sporting Goods, HSG. 15% discount is 0.85 times 145. You're going to pay $123.25 for that field hockey stick. It's going to be pretty hard to beat. Let's look at Jones Sports World. JSW here for Jones Sports World. 20% off is 0.8. So take 0.8 times 165 gets you $132. Clearly, the better deal here is going to be at Hilltop Sporting Goods, since it's about, I would say about $11, about $9 cheaper. It's about a $9 difference. All right, we've got a last stretch here of questions to get through. Let's do it. So another word for discount is a markdown. You might see that phrase sometimes. So let's look at number 18. It says, find the markdown for an item that originally cost $25 and is on sale for 15% off. So what I want to do is figure out how much we're going to save on this item, like how much is going to be taken off of the price. So in this case, we just have to read carefully. 15% off, 15% is 0.15. Take 0.15 times 25, it means you're going to have a markdown of $3.75. That's going to be the amount of the discount. Number 19, this is a really good question. This is something that does happen in real life. Janet's house is up for sale. The original listing price of the house is $160,000, but the realtor suggests a 2% markdown to help sell the house. A, find the markdown. So this kind of happened to me when I was trying to sell my townhouse several years ago, was that there were so many townhouses on the market. They just were not selling very quickly. So we had to mark it down a little bit to help sell the house, and it did eventually sell. So to find the markdown, I'm going to take 2% as a decimal, which is 0.02. multiply it by the original price, $160,000, and I get $3,200. So we're going to mark down the price, $3,200. So to find the new price after the markdown, take 160,000 minus 3,200, and we get $156,800. All right, moving right along. We also have a markup, not surprisingly. So to make money, stores use an increase in price called a markup. Obviously, they're not going to sell their items for the same amount that they pay for them. Otherwise, they don't make any money. So let's look at number 20. Bob's Hardware Store purchases drills for $68. Find the markup if the drills are sold for 15% over the price paid. So we want to figure out how much he's going to increase the price. 15% is 0.15. Multiply it by $68, that's $10.20. So he's going to mark up the price, $10.20. What will be the new price after the markup? Well, let's add 68 and 1020. We get $78.20. Number 21, Sam's Grocery purchases chicken for $3.25 per pound. Find the markup if the chicken is sold for 12% over the price paid. So 12% as a decimal is 0.12. Multiply that by 325 will get us 39 cents. So they're going to mark up the price 39 cents. So again, mark up means we're going to add on. So take 325 plus 39 cents, and we will have a new price of $3.64. All right, pay close attention to 22 and 23. These are very important questions. You're going to see problems like these on your unit test. So number 22, it says it costs $12.50 to make a pair of shoes. If the cost of the shoes is marked up 785%, which is not surprising, to get the retail price, what is the retail price of the shoes? So marked up is an increase. So one option is to take 785% as a decimal, which is 7.85 times 1250. That gets you 98.125. Now that is not the price after the markup. That's how much they're marking up the price. You still have to add $12.50 and the 98.125 to get 110.625 or $110.63. Now the other option, since it's being marked up, you can do 100% plus 785% to get 885%. Or 8.85. Take 8.85 times $12.50. You will get the $110.63. This works because, again, that 100% represents the original $12.50 plus another 785% on top of that to get your final price. I like the second method because I think it's a little easier, a little simpler, but both will work. Number 23, it costs 95 cents to make a cheeseburger. The PTA will mark up the cost 400% to earn money. How much will the PTA sell each cheeseburger for? 400% as a decimal is 4 or 4.00 times 0.95 is 380. So that's how much they're going to mark it up. But again, we need to add the 95-cent original price. 95 cents plus $3.80 will get us $4.75. All right, the other method you have, or other strategy, is to take 100% plus 400% to get 500%, or 5. Take 5 times 0.95, we get $4.75. Again, that's the final price after the markup. All right, so last topic we need to talk about. I know this video is getting pretty lengthy if you're trying to watch it all at once, which hopefully you're not. But let's take a look at this. Finding the original price of an item. Henry had a coupon for a 20% discount on a wireless speaker. If the selling price of the speaker was $68.40, what was the original price of the speaker? So I let X equal the original price of the speaker. If the coupon is for 20% off, that means that Henry will pay 80% of the original price. 80% is 0.8. So if we take 0.8 times X, the original price, that'll get us the sale price of $68.50 or 40 cents. And then we just solve that equation. We know how to solve one-step equations. You solve that and you get $85.50, which makes sense that the original price would be higher. So let's try it. Number 24, Mark has a coupon for a 15% discount on a set of headphones. If the selling price of the headphones is $80.75, what is the original price of the headphones? So a 15% discount is 85% of the original price. So 100% minus 15% is 85% or 0.85. If we let x equal the original price, we're going to take 0.85 times the original price, x, and that will get us the sale price of $80.75. The inverse of multiplying by 0.85 is to divide by 0.85. So in your calculators, you will calculate $80.75 divided by 0.85, and this will get us an original price of $95. Let's try number 25. Juliet has a coupon for 30% discount on a softball bat. If the selling price of the bat is $45.50, what is the original price of the bat? So 100% minus 30% is 70% or 0.7. We'll let x equal the original price. Take 0.7 times x, that's going to equal the sale price of $45.50. Divide both sides by 0.7, and you will get an original price of $65. All right, so this video is already long enough. We have no other concepts to take a look at here, but obviously we'll be taking a look at a lot of practice problems in class on this stuff. Hopefully you haven't had to watch the entire video. You've at least seen some of this stuff in class. But it's a good reinforcement of all of the information that we'll be talking about during our class time. Thanks for listening.